about Roberto Travin? Is he a pioneer of spider guard?
Probably. I don't know that for sure, but it could have been.
I don't know anything.
Could have been an early pioneer, as far as I know. But I'm not, like I said, I don't know this for a fact. But guys, it might have been around, and then someone took it and really ran with it, and that's what I had heard is Nino. But
yeah, a lot of times it doesn't have to be the person who started it who made it popular.
Right, made it popular.
Right.
Yep. But it's a good question.
So we have Nathiely and Gabi Garcia.
This is going to have to be strong enough to keep the length of the spider guard. Is a good way to fight someone bigger than you. That's for sure.
No.
It's a distance management game.
Oh, she can do it.
You need to be strong enough, physical enough to hold the weight off of you for a while.
She needs to maintain the distance.
That's where we'll see right now if she's able to do that.
Right. Like you can't let Gabi put that pressure on that. Look at that. She's driving all that pressure down on her knee.
Yeah. And Nathiely is very flexible, so sometimes it's too easy for flexible people just to be squashed and then held there.
Right.
She's going to have to avoid that.
Excellent job here. She got the spider hook on the left side.
Yep. Spider guard's definitely the game to go with if you're good at it here. She is.
If Nathiely pulls this off, I think she's going to sweep into a good position and maybe force Gabi to turn away, take the back, and finish her that way. If I had to say, if she was going to finish her, I think from the back is the way it would happen.
I think that's a good call too.
Easy. Just do that, Natchi. There it is. The recipe for victory. How much do you think Gabi weighs?
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure.
I would guess 240.
I wouldn't. I don't actually even have. It might not be. That's not a bad guess. I don't.
Yeah, that's a blind. That's a blind guess. Is what that is.
Don't really know. Josh, I'll tell you what. I'm going to ask Hensel next time I see him. I'm going to be in New York soon, and I'm going to ask him who really went.
Who took the spider guard?
Who took the spider guard and really made it, put it to the next level. Yeah, there's like a lot of guys, I'm sure, that you got to throw their name in the hat for.
Oh, sure, I'm sure.
It just happens, right? When it's
right, of course.
You got Holeta in the mix, and those are just the Gracie Bach guys. I mean, there's a lot of guys outside that. X-Guard, I'd say Fredson Alves was one of the guys that really brought X-Guard into the mix way back in the day.
I heard it was Leo Vieira who kind of pioneered the lapel behind the back game, the Bravo choke with that lapel.
Yeah, he was a guy that did it. Leo Vieira was one of those guys. Also, look at that.
Go, Nachi. Nope. Almost.
That's the type of game she's got to play, though.
Yeah.
She's keeping the distance well.
Yeah, 100%.
And
she's doing a great job.
Yes. Hobson Mora, another guy that was really good with the lapels and wrapping them around, creating those type of strangles. And his teammate Shaolin, they're all guys very, very good with the lapel stuff.
She got double lasso?
Yeah.
So how long can you hold that without getting a penalty?
Indefinitely. I mean,
really?
You know what I mean? As long as you're moving each other around, I don't think they clap.
I think, or like double lasso and then throw the daily Hiva hook in, right, on one side. She's playing a smart game, definitely.
This is where she gotta be careful of getting this right here.
Right.
Too smashed.
Just too much pressure.
Yep. You gotta keep that distance.
Yeah.
It'd be good for her to put a foot on the cross hip and slide to close guard, try to go to close guard, re-grip.
It's kind of the way Hobson, right? Hobson would play turtle and cross one foot over on the hip.
Yep, all the way over.
Right. And you basically protect yourself on that side.
Yeah. You create that wedge.
I have a Hobson DVD.
Yeah.
I used to I learned a lot of stuff from my Hobson Mora
awesome,
DVD.
Man, he's awesome. That was one of my favorite guys to watch compete. There,
nice guard recovery. Back. So does Gabi get an advantage for that? Yes, she does. Back to close guard. I'm sure Gabi holds a lot of titles. I don't even know how many titles she has. She's got quite. I'm sure she's got quite a few.
A lot.
Yeah. ADCC, World.
Yeah.
World Pro probably.
Lasso on the left.
She can't let Gabi like slide that shin over her thigh and staple her leg down.
Foot on the bicep.
It's like, spider to close guard. Spider to close guard. Lasso. It sounds like we're rooting for Nathiely. I don't want it to sound like that. I'm just trying to express what one should try to do when extremely underweight.
Yeah. And I think that I would imagine Gabi has had that her entire competitive career. She is bigger. She's more physical than any.
Always have everyone rooting against her.
Yep,
right?
you become the other person always becomes the underdog right away.
Exactly. And I don't want it to sound like that.
Nah, it's totally. I agree with you.
And it's true. I know some big guys, just purple and blue belts who feel this way, that everyone is always rooting against them.
Yeah.
Especially when they go into the open class. Like if you're a super heavyweight, you go into the open class and you're fighting a middleweight. Of course, everyone's rooting for the middleweight guy, and I'm sure that just really takes a toll on your mental status. It doesn't feel good to have everyone rooting against you, and it's just because you're big, right? It has nothing to do with you as a person or your jiu-jitsu, but because it's a big guy and a small guy, everyone's going to want the small guy to win.
Most of the time, human beings are root for the underdog.
Root for the underdog, which in itself is kind of a nice thing.
Sure.
Right? That people want the underdogs to win. I just want it to be very clear that this is not that situation right now.
Yes.
I'm thrilled to see Gabi back in the mix.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm thrilled to see her fighting Nathiely right now. Is she have a choke in there? Is she trying to?
I mean, she's
trying to loop choke.
Yeah, she's trying. I don't know how deep it is.
She's got the outside of her elbow.
Yeah, instead of threading it through it might make it more convincing if she threaded her arm through the in front of the bicep instead of over the elbow.
At least an advantage or no?
No, nothing.
Nada. Right, well, she's got 2 minutes.
Yeah, and Gabi here doesn't really need to do anything. I mean, she could be mindful of what's going on, but she doesn't have to do anything except for make herself look busy.
Right.
It would. Tries a shin to shin, but still nothing really close yet. Gabi's still fighting with that contact. You can see her.
Oh, are they waving off the penalty? There we go, 1 minute. Oh, she locked the arm in.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, wow.
It's going on the omoplata on that far side, and then saw that arm and tried to go after the arm.
That was smart. Very good.
But not enough to get an advantage.
Yeah, she didn't really get a good defensive reaction out of Gabi
no.
to get that advantage. Usually that's what creates an advantage is when you get the other person to actively defend.
Oh, now this might be something.
That is something.
and come up and get to the omoplata position.
She's got
but
15 seconds to threaten a submission and see if they're going to give an advantage for it. I think if she sits up and put the arm over the back, as far as I understand, if you can put the arm over the back, and I don't know if you got to sit up to do it.
Wow.
Excellent, excellent, excellent match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the adult
Gabi takes it.
female black belt open class champion, Gabi Garcia.
It was not an easy path for Gabi.
No.
She had to work for this. She had some hard matches.